Good morning, students of Class 6. Hope you are safe and healthy and enjoying your online classes. Already, we have started with a lesson from grammar, that is articles. Already, I have told you this lesson is divided into two parts. In part 1, we have seen what are articles, the types of articles, and the basic uses of indefinite article a and an. Today we are going to see part 2. We are going to focus on the definite article the and also look at the cases when you must not use an article. By the end of these two lessons, you will have a much better idea when to use a, an and the. Before starting with part 2, we will have a quick recap on what we have done in the previous session. Articles. A and the are the articles. They are the most commonly used words in the English language. They are used before a noun. So, a and the usually comes before a noun. And already I told you what is a noun. Can you remember that? Articles are of two types. They are indefinite article and definite article. A and an are the indefinite articles. The is the definite article. Why we call a and an as an indefinite article? Because it does not refer to any particular person, place or a thing. They always suggest any person or anything. Can you remember all these things? So, a and an are indefinite and non-specific. They come before singular common noun. I already told you what is a common noun, right? Uses of a or an usually depends on the sound of the first letter of the word, not on the actual letter of the word. So children, it depends on the sound. There are 26 alphabets in English language and each alphabet has its own phonic sound. From these 26 alphabets, A, E, I, O, U, it gives vowel sound. So we call it as vowels. So an is used before a word beginning with a vowel sound. For example, an engine, an orange, an ink pot. Other than A, E, I, O, U, the rest of the alphabet is known as consonants. So, a word which starts with a consonant sound, you are going to use a, right? Can you remember that? For example, a ball, a line, a tree, a boy, a table. We have seen some exceptions, right? For example, an honest man. An honest man, H is not a vowel, right? But H is silent here and it gives a O sound. So the word beginning with H but the pronunciation starts with a vowel. So an honest man. Same way in abbreviations. We use an before them. Can you remember all these things? Same way, a one-eyed giant. A is used before O, but O is a vowel, so it should have an, right? No, one is beginning with a consonant sound V. So therefore, we say a one-eyed giant or a 1 rupee coin. Same way, a useful thing. A is used before U. Again, U is a vowel here, but it is starting with a consonant sound Y. So, we use a useful thing a university. Can you understand? So these are the things we have seen in part 1. So are you ready? Let's start with part 2. Can we? The is the definite article. The is called a definite article because it refers to some particular person, place or a thing. Like the India Gate, the President, the flag. Here, the is used before India Gate, President and flag because they refer to the particular person, the President, particular thing, the flag, particular place, the India Gate. Can we see the usage of the? Where and all you are going to use the? The is used when the other person knows what we are referring to. That is, to talk about a person or a thing known to the listener. For example, Safa, who is the girl you were talking with? Noble, her name is Sally, she is the new teacher. Here the listener knows the person already. So the is used before girl. The is used with unique things. That is, where there is only one of something. For example, the earth goes around the sun. Here we have only one sun and only one earth. So we use the before that there is only one of something. The sun, the internet, the moon, the king. The is used before superlatives. That is, the is used before adjectives of superlative degree. For example, the tallest man alive, the tallest. The worst movie, the bus. The best city in the world, the best. The is used to talk about previously mentioned thing. For example, there is a cat in your room. The cat is white. Here, I first told a cat because you don't know about the cat. But once I have introduced in the sentence, I then say the cat because it is now known to you. Can you understand this point? The is used when talking about the following geographical features and places. Names of rivers, seas, oceans and canals. We can use the before that. Names of mountain ranges, island groups and deserts. We can use the. Countries with plural names. Normally, we use no article when we refer to names of places like India, Africa, America and so on. But some places have the as a part of the name. There can be countries like the United States, the Republic of China, the Netherlands. Can you understand? For famous buildings, works of art, museum or monuments. Names of hotels, restaurants, cinemas and theatres. We use the when talking about the following groups. To generalize, to talk about people or things generally. We normally do that. The plus noun that represents a group. For example, names of families, species of animals, names of national groups and organizations like the Red Cross, the Blue Cross, adjectives that refer to a group of people. For example, the French enjoy cheese. She has given a lot of money to the poor. Here the French The people refers to group of people, not the individual. We use the when talking about the name of inventions like the telephone, decades, and ordinal numbers like first, second, third, names of newspapers like the New York Times and so on. Can you understand where you should use the? Your next concept is zero article. What is a zero article? Zero articles is nothing but the cases where you should not use article a and the. For example, no article should be used before proper noun. What is a proper noun? The special name given to any person, place, animal or thing is a proper noun. Proper noun always begins with a capital letter. For example, Aaron Azie is a very great actor. Yam Penyat restaurant is next to Subway store. I love to eat Oreo. Zero article with plural countable nouns. What is a countable noun? Do you know the difference between countable and uncountable noun? Can we see the difference now? Countable nouns. Countable nouns are the nouns that can be counted. For example, chairs, books, pens, boys, etc. They can be singular or plural. They have both singular and plural forms. What are uncountable nouns? Uncountable nouns are nouns that cannot be counted. We cannot count them. For example, water, milk, sugar, rain, and etc. They can only have a singular form. Can you understand what is a countable and uncountable noun? Zero article with plural countable nouns. Frogs have long hind legs. Boys are not allowed to enter Marvel College. Common pets in my neighborhood is cats. So the words like frogs, boys, cats are plural countable nouns. So we should not use any article before that. Zero article with plural non-count nouns. Sugar is sweet. We need oxygen in order to live. Water is essential for living things. Here, sugar, oxygen and water are plural uncountable noun. So you should not use any article before that. Zero article by means of transport and communication. For example, I come to school by car. We went there by train. We communicate with each other by telephone. The words like car and train, which represents transport, and telephone, which refers to communication. Right? You should not use any article before that. Zero article by means of times of day and night. For example, she turns on the radio at dawn. They have to go back before midnight. She was doing her homework all week. So the words like dawn, midnight, week represents day and night. So you should not use any article before that. Zero article by means of seasons. For example, there are snows in winter. Summer is when they are having their break. Autumn is my favorite season. You know the words which represents season? Winter, summer, autumn. So don't use any articles before that. Zero article by means of meals. For example, it was time for breakfast when he fainted. He always finishes his homework before supper. They had their group discussion after dinner. The words which represents meals: breakfast, supper and dinner. So don't use any article before that. Zero article by means of institutions of life and society. For example, his father is in jail. I go to college 5 days in a week. She live off campus. The words which represents institution and society is jail, college, campus. So you should not use any articles before that. We came to the end of the lesson article. I hope you understand the lesson, right? What you're going to do is take your grammar book, that is Enjoying Grammar. Take page number 12. Complete the exercise 1 to 5. That is totally 5 exercises. Do it with pencil. Don't use pen. Can you understand? Do it with pencil. And if you have any doubt, I'll clear you once the school reopens. Can you understand? Thank you.